What we resist persists. What we reject becomes shadowed, haunting us until we look. Many of our hurts are the same. Many of us were taught to ignore hurt, negativity, actual or perceived, since childhood. The intent was that ignoring the darkness of life will keep it away, keep us safe and happier, positive. But our hearts keep revisiting us because that is what they truly want, for us to look at them, become conscious of them, acknowledge them, without judgment, shame, or guilt. In facing them, we need to understand one crucial truth. They are us, fragmented and discarded each time we ignore. By not looking, we are in essence rejecting ourselves. And so most of us grow up fragmenting further and further, until what's left of us may be a mere sliver of the bright spark we originally were as children. Some of us are left so empty that we find it increasingly difficult to live, to determine a point to it all that may convince us to continue this painful existence. Our rejected fragments grown large enough to seem like monsters, when in reality they are our own missing pieces aching to be mended back into the whole. Looking at our hearts can be done in many ways. Some do it through writing it out and meditation. Since we are unique beings, the same way will not work for all of us. This also applies to the method I share. I have found it helpful for mental and emotional hurts based in fear, such as anxiety, despair, unhealthy levels of doubt, and any other negative feelings, as well as past hurts of great impact or trauma. It is simple, to not run away from the pain as it happens, to feel it instead of employing the conditioned response to do anything we can to diminish discomfort or distract ourselves from it until it stops trying to get our attention. To begin, get into a comfortable position, no distractions. Allow that pain to come, embrace it without judgment. With closed eyes, visualize that acceptance as you breathe the hurt in and allow it to flow through your body. Give it the space it needs and just observe. It is up to you whether you name the hurt or not. See what you feel called to in that moment. Sometimes I name it and I get past images of that hurt developing. Other times I don't name it and the images of the hurt jump around to connect to other hurts I may not have thought connected, healing them all together in a chain reaction. Once the body flow is established, I also imagine myself hugging this projected part of myself. Occasionally, the hurt seeks reassurance that we are safe and will be. You can soothe them by providing them that security verbally or however you like. Honesty is needed here, no platitudes. You can do the visualization differently if you'd like as well. I'd encourage it so you can find ways of healing that are more you. Some parts will heal quicker, others will take more time as there has been a lot of build-up over the years, many layers to uncover. Overall, I found two ways of going about the process, effective and organic. Through the effective way, you would actively bring up the hurt yourself for integration. Organically, you will face and integrate as the hurt comes up naturally in your experience. Go with a method that feels right in the moment. Remember to not rush it. It will defeat the whole point of making space for the hurt and therefore render the practice ineffective. If the hurt comes up when busy or around other people, you can make time for it later, adapt as needed. The process will take energy, so doing a lot at once can become draining as well. This practice can help us reclaim ourselves and appreciate how much we can resolve if we just didn't escape the painful aspects of this reality. Through facing our escapism, we can also begin to figure out how to heal the big hurt of addiction. Much of it is a result of us trying to find some kind of relief away from a painful reality as well, regardless of how aware we are of this. Once we begin to face the things we ran away from, our reliance on such habits can also diminish. Many addictions can end this way. The problem with addiction, though, is that while it starts off as escape, some can become a habit, a need, even without the pain provoking them. Especially if it has provided us some sort of solace or pleasure. Once we face the escapism, if the habit persists, we then need to heal our relationship with it and the judgment, guilt, and shame we associate with it. The habit may not even be something harmful by itself, just that we abused it in our desperation. For some, the solution may then be found through a change of circumstances, filling the hole we previously filled with addiction and absence through something healthier and more present, like human connection and other things that bring us true joy. It would be rare for us to heal all our hurts through a single modality after all. And while we can affect much through the inner, it needs to be balanced with the outer. Addiction is still a puzzle I've yet to solve and experience. We'll share when I learn more. There is a trick to beware of whenever we approach healing of this nature. If we try to heal our shadows with the mental image of eliminating them or becoming free of them, turning into some perceived being of light, we might be judging them unknowingly as the unwanted parts of us still. This is a trap that can be very insidious. It will further deepen the division between us and our rejected self instead of mending it. Setting the right intentions is crucial. As discussed in the previous video, the light that seems opposed to the dark is only a fragment. It needs union with the dark to reach a form that is complete, whole. Healing is a difficult process that requires much courage. It can often feel like swimming against the tide or climbing an unending mountain. Through it all, we need much patience and compassion for ourselves. If you have made any effort in this, no matter how small, please give yourselves credit for it. In the event this method resonates and you feel up for it, I hope you give it a try. If you do, be mindful and responsible of which hurt you experiment with. Start small. If it resonates but you don't feel ready to face it, that's perfectly fine. Take your time. As I mentioned before, we are all unique and through mindful experimentation may learn ways of healing that are perfectly tailored for us. Ways that may not yet be known by others, and maybe then you could share your own way that may resonate with someone more like you. Thank you.